want to talk to you in this section of the interview about trailblazing, really. You know, all of you in your own way came through this industry at a time when it wasn't fashionable to be a strong career woman. Nichelle, I want to start with you. I want to play you a little clip and see what memories this brings back for you.
I would see you so busy at your command. And I would hear your voice from all parts of the ship. And my fears would fade. And now they're making me tremble. But I'm not afraid. I am not afraid.
Well, it's fantastically entertaining, but it's also incredibly significant because it was the first interracial kiss on television. And in that sense, incredibly groundbreaking. Were you aware at the time of how significant it was going to be?
When he actually kissed me, the director said, cut. He walked up to us. We're sitting there like this. Yes, we're waiting for directions. And he said, Bill, what are you doing? I mean, he's talking out of the side of his mouth. I'm sitting right there with him, you know. And he says, what are you talking about, what I'm doing? He says, Captain Kirk kisses Nichelle, kisses Uhura, you know, and I'm forced to kiss. It says kiss, and I'm kissing her. She won't let me kiss her any other way, so I'm getting... And so because he has a warped sense of humor,
you were persuaded not to quit by Martin Luther King.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I met him at a fundraiser, NAACP fundraiser, and the promoter came over and said, Miss Nichols, and they just seated me at the dais, and he said, Miss Nichols, there's someone here who wants to meet you. He says he is your greatest fan. And I said, oh, I'm thinking a little trick or something. Maybe someone has their kid, because the way he said it with a smirk. I turned around, and there's Dr. Martin Luther King, with this big smile on his face coming toward me, and says to me, yes, Miss Nichols, I am your biggest fan. And I was just stunned. And then he told me that was the only show that he and his wife, Coretta, would allow their little children to stay up late and watch. And when I said to him, thank you for all the nice things you're saying, but I'm going to miss my co-stars. And he said, what are you talking about? And I said, well, I told Gene today I'm leaving the show because... And he said, you cannot do that. Do you understand how important images are on television? And then during that time, you could turn on the TV any night and see dogs being unleashed on black people who wanted to sit at a counter and have coffee instead of going around to the back. So the fact that you were this powerful, strong woman, a black woman on a major TV show with power and influence and intelligence, Dr. King rightly recognized this was hugely significant. And that you had to stay on it. And you did. And he said, the manner in which you've created your role, the manner in which he has presented this show, for the first time, the world sees us as we should be seen. This is what we're marching for. You cannot go because you cannot allow that. Besides, you're fourth in command, you're the head communications officer, and I didn't know I got to be fourth in command. Nobody had told me. But I was pleased, because if you hadn't, of course, we wouldn't have been able to look at your legs in Series 2. So for me, it was an extremely important intervention by Dr. King. When we come back from the next break, I want to talk to the other three ladies about your trailblazing moments in a similar vein to Nichelle's.